Seeing the lapwing fly with a fish in its beak, hundreds of crows, eagles began chasing it, pecking at it, and tried to snatch the fish, thus harassing it. This flock began following it wherever it went. Finally, exhausted, it dropped the fish. Just then, an eagle caught the fish. No sooner had the eagle caught the fish than all the crows and eagles began chasing it. The lapwing, however, calmly perched itself on the branch of a tree. In this world, there is peace only if sense objects are rejected, otherwise, it leads to a great distress. The child. Forsaking respect and disrespect, believing that the universe is governed by destiny, one should live carefree like a child and enjoy the bliss. The bangles. When two bangles strike each other, a jingling sound is generated. The more the bangles, the greater is the sound. Similarly, when two persons live together, it leads to conversation, and when many persons live together, there is strife. In both circumstances, there is no peace of mind. Hence, those doing meditation yoga should search for an isolated place and live there in seclusion. Now, the artisan. One day, an artisan was chiseling the blade of an arrow with great concentration. A king's procession to the accompaniment of music passed by that way. A man arriving later approached the artisan and inquired, "Have you seen the king's procession passing by this way?" "Just now," the artisan replied, "I was so engrossed in my work that I was not aware of anything." Just like this artisan, a seeker desirous of liberation should meditate, surrendering all his sense organs to the Lord. Now, the snake. Two snakes never live or wander about together. They move around cautiously, never making any sound. Instead of making a home for themselves, they occupy someone else's habitat. They neither move around freely, criticize without reason, nor get angry unless injured by someone. Thus, two intellectuals should not move around together, should speak limitedly, should not quarrel with one another or ridicule anyone, should act thoughtfully, should not address a gathering, and should spend their lives living anywhere spread of building a house of themselves. By building a house, one develops vanity and consequently attachment develops. The spider. The spider spins a web, secreting a fluid from its belly, and plays in it day and night when it feels like it. It swallows the entire web and becomes free again. Similarly, God creates the world when He wishes and indulges various kinds of play in it when He feels like it. With a resolve, He destroys it and becomes single again. Just as a spider can weave a web with its fleet repeatedly, so also can God create the universe by a mere resolve, dissolve it within Himself, and recreate it at all His will. Hence, one should not attach importance to the worldly events. The wasp. The one who regularly meditates on an object finally merges into it. The wasp builds a house from mud and keeps a worm in it. It lightly blows air over the worm time and again. Consequently, the worm meditates on the wasp and finally also becomes a wasp. A seeker desirous of liberation should in the same manner meditate on God as advised by the Guru so that he merges into God. The tree. The man who does unrighteous acts under the predominance of the Tama component becomes a tree in the next birth, and because of his vanity is compelled to remain standing as a tree all his life. These trees remain dependent on the others, cleanse themselves of the sins committed in their previous birth by presently serving others till they die. That is why they happily offer shelter to birds and other creatures. They also protect their refugees by bearing the brunt of the cold, wind, and heat onto their bodies and offer them their leaves, flowers, and fruits for survival. Men break, cut, saw, peel, uproot them, rob them of their flowers, fruits, leaves, and even then their gum. They are debarked, cut, scraped, and used as timber, firewood. Suffering is inflicted upon them according to one's own wish, and any possible task is undertaken making use of them. Just as the species of trees endures suffering inflicted by people on them, continues to serve them till they leave, so also seeker desirous of liberation should endure all suffering and continue to serve others till they die. Just as trees offer shelter to travelers, householders should offer meals to guests coming to their doorstep and give them shelter. If by chance one acquires wealth then one should not become insolent. Just as trees blossoming with flowers, fruits bow down and serve others, more so also if one becomes wealthy, one should humbly render more service to the others. Now the mountains. The mountains and the earth store precious stones in their mines. As a result, man is benefited tremendously. Every man should acquire knowledge, likewise, use it favorably, just as in the summer mountains quench the thirst of men with their springs, so also one should develop the habit of talking melodiously so as to make others happy. Datta had several such subordinate gurus. These are the gurus of Dattatreya we have discussed. I wanted to share the conversation of Dattatreya because the conversation of Dattatreya about the gurus, 24 gurus, from them one can learn many things. Similarly, we can learn continuously from everyone. Therefore, I am sharing it. I am not an expert. I am just a learner and I want to do something meaningful. Therefore, I made this video to share the good teachings of great Avduts, great saints and sages. Thank you.